Hi everyone, another day on the master bedroom ensuite build. It's been a little slow, but we're making progress. Got all the plaster work finally sanded back, so the two repairs on the roof are done, the wall's done. So that's the small jobs done for now. Now in the bathroom here. Started breaking up the shower base today. Ooh, what a job. What a job. It's been down for 40 years. And I'm doing it the old school way with the big crowbar. And I tell you that that tile glue or tile compound that they used, because it wasn't actually a concrete shower base. It looks like they did form up something, a frame, and they poured, because it's rubberized, but it's basically turned to concrete over 40 years, and they must have poured that in and got their angles and everything like that. But I'm getting there. I'm chipping away. So you're looking at about 2 inches thick. So it's doing my hands in. So I got blisters everywhere. Oh, and by the way, meet my supervisor. This is Zero. This is my boy. Hey. So he's making his first appearance in a video. He's 6 months old and smart as hell. So smarter than me, to be honest. So yeah, the poor old hands are copping it today. Had a bit of ready mix sitting in the shed, and the old man popped round today, and he had basically a handful. It wasn't even worth throwing in, but we didn't fill it right up. I could have put some debris in the bottom and then poured that on top and got it level, but the rebar was exposed in the slab, and that's what I wanted to tie back in. I wanted to make sure that I definitely encased that rebar. So I've got to go buy another bag just to top that up and level that out. As you can see, I removed all the drain pipes, so I don't think that was in the last video. So the one that was there for the vanity's gone now. The one that was there for the bath is gone now. Discovered something else. As you know, in a couple of videos I've mentioned that I think the house was built back to front and a mirror image of itself. Well, I found some other interesting things, and I know these weren't renovations, because my next door neighbour has been here since 1979, so they saw this house get built, and they knew the original owners very well, and they know the inside layout of the house as well as their own. And according to them, nothing's been changed since it was first occupied. That doesn't mean that it wasn't changed during its construction. So another thing I noticed yesterday was the bath taps here, hot and cold, and the spout used to come out here. Well, there's a piece of timber here, and it's had 4 screws put in there. Now these screw holes match those screw holes there for that manifold for the 2 taps in the spout. So I believe the bathtub might have been set up to go this way. That's probably why that hole is so elongated, to take the U-bend to go out there. I believe the bath, that they've set it up for the bath to go here. And if you have a look down here on the floor, there's all this crisscross pattern, like there was some sort of tile down here on the floor. So yeah, just a couple more surprises that are popping up, and that probably explains why things like this were done. Because if you had your hot and cold, this pipe here would have been bent through here. That's long enough to come to there. And then this one would have stopped here and screwed into the end of the manifold. But then when they've realised whatever they've done, they've then extended this, come over here, for the vanity. So yeah, mysteries abound. It's a very interesting lot of discoveries that I'm making. So and it probably explains all these extra joins as well. Like there's just so many joins, you know. It's like why would you join it here and not just bend it? They've bent here and they've bent here, and they've bent. Well, they've cut across there actually, which is sort of weird. But it was underneath the bathtub, and it would have been underneath the bathtub regardless which way it ran. But I still think that's a bodgy way to do it, you know, especially when they've cut into the studs to try and conceal the pipes here, and they could have done the same on that very last one, and they didn't do it. So yeah, and they didn't do it along here either. They've just gone straight to the on this one they've gone straight to the face of the stud. Here this stud's actually been chiseled out or cut out to put the pipes back there, so they're in the cavity, they're out of the cavity, and these are well and truly out of the cavity. So yeah, I'll have to start from scratch and just keep the two main pipes you know, coming in here, and basically just grab my shark bite copper to PEX pieces, probably T pieces in there, like what I did in the other bathroom, which was great because then I could send one lot of piping off this way and then one lot of piping off this way towards the toilet. So yeah, it's just going to be easier to gut it, I think, and start from scratch. I still got all the pipe if I need it, but I think it's going to be easier to scrap it and start from scratch. So I've got this much left. My hands are throbbing. As you can see, I was bleeding all over the place. Cleaned up a lot of it, but yeah, poor old hands really copped it. Piece of tile through my thumb there. That bled like a bitch, and already taken the top off a blister there. And I've got another one forming. Oops, just on my palm there. So yeah, it looks like a small shower base, but it is hard yakka. This is a really hard job. This is a job I really need a demolition hammer for, and I don't own one, and I just can't see. Yeah, sure, it would make the job easy, but I just can't see the value in paying what they want to hire one for such a small area. I'd be better just to persist with it. Bit today, maybe finish it tomorrow, and then we're done. And whatever I save on hiring that demo hammer can go towards something else on the bathroom. So yeah. Oh, I did reroute that wire too, guys. So that electrical wire that used to come through this hole down here, I turned the power off, disconnected the cable from the power point, fed it all back through the wall. Had my dad here yesterday, so he was a good help for once. He's not much of a handyman, but yeah, he was able to feed the cable through. I was able to grab it inside the cavity and bring it behind all the studs, bring it up here. I've got enough cable here to come off there for my power point on one side, and then obviously heaps here for that one that's already connected. So at least my wiring's done. So yeah, I'll leave it here, guys. Me and my supervisor are about to go and have a drink and a rest and a cuddle, and yeah, we'll get stuck back into it tomorrow, and hopefully another video will be on its way in a couple of days' time. Cheers.